A new week begins in Boston. The surviving suspect in the marathon bombing is hospitalized under heavy guard with a gunshot wound to the throat. He is awake and communicating with investigators. Terrell Brown is at the hospital in Boston. Terrell, good morning.
Nora, Anthony, Gail, good morning to you. What we're learning is a tale of two brothers. There's Johar, who looked like he had adjusted to life relatively well in his adopted country. He looked up to his older brother, Tamerlan, who seemed to feel a little less at ease. On the surface, the Tsarnaev brothers looked like an immigrant success story. 26-year-old Tamerlan studied engineering, was married with a 2-year-old daughter, and a Golden Gloves heavyweight champion.
His plans were to be a very successful businessman.
19-year-old Johar, a star wrestler in high school, was a sophomore at UMass Dartmouth. He became a U.S. citizen last year on September 11th. His college friends told 60 Minutes' Scott Pelley he was interested in cars and soccer, and they never saw him at a mosque or prayers.
If someone a few days ago told me that one of my friends was responsible for the bombing in Boston, I would have named off at least 90% of everyone that I know before I would have said Johar.
The brothers arrived in the U.S. in 2002 with their parents and 2 sisters, seeking refuge from the violence between the Russian military and Muslim separatists in their native Chechnya. Their mother denies they were responsible for the bombings.
My youngest one from 8 years, he was raised in America. And my oldest son, he is really properly raised in our house.
In recent years, Tamerlan dropped out of school and became a more devout Muslim.
He felt good about his change. He was like on a different path.
But his uncle says Tamerlan was radicalized at a Cambridge mosque and became a bad influence on his younger brother.
Even the worst gangster would not involve his family member, especially younger sibling, into something dirty and cruel like this.
One day after the bombings, Johar went to this auto repair shop to pick up a Mercedes. The brother's longtime mechanic said he looked nervous. That same day, Tamerlan called another uncle from whom he'd been estranged.
He said he wanted to make peace with me and he was wrong. Now he's praying, he's a good Muslim.
On YouTube, Tamerlan endorsed several jihadi videos. On the other hand, Johar identified himself as a Muslim, but there was no indication of radical beliefs. In fact, he listed career and money as his interests on Russia's version of Facebook.